what happened in Florida is the predictable consequence of these sanctuary policies. But we as Floridians, we can't reach out and change California's policies. Like, that's beyond our capacity as a state government. I have people, saying, oh, we wish California was doing, what you're doing. I was like, well, you got to elect different people. I mean, ultimately, that's what you got to do, and they haven't been willing to do that. So I think it's going to continue. But there is ways to hold these rogue states accountable. And Congress has the power of the purse. Congress has the ability to regulate appropriately, and certainly can help streamline the immigration operations that are being undertaken both in Florida and with the Trump administration. So I thank Lieutenant Governor Collins for going out there, bringing him back. I know there's going to be really swift justice that's going to be administered, but this did not need to happen. This was totally avoidable, and it is the result of bad policies. Now, which brings us here today. We have recognized this issue as being something that's very important. I mean, I've been in Northwest Florida talking about different things that we've done. During the Biden border crisis, we sent people to the southern border. We were the first state to help Texas back in 2021 by sending folks to the southern border. We're also not a sanctuary state. When I became governor, they had not banned sanctuary cities in Florida. We got that done. We banned sanctuary cities. We don't allow driver's license for illegal aliens in Florida. We don't recognize out-of-state driver's license like California issued to illegal aliens. We don't allow local governments to issue ID cards to illegal aliens, and we don't even allow not NGOs to issue ID cards because they try to do this and try to get into all this. So we've been very strong on all of that stuff, as well as, when I became governor, they gave in-state tuition for illegals. We got that repealed. So we've done a lot of really good stuff. But the reality is, when Biden was in, it's like swimming upstream. You can make sure you have good policies, but if our highway patrol would stop somebody who's here illegally, Biden's people wouldn't do anything about it. They would just release them and let them go on their business. So there was really no interior enforcement. So when President Trump won election in November of 2024, we saw that as an opportunity to finally address this issue once and for all. And we may not get another chance to do it if we don't get the job done now. So we, at the beginning of this year, I called a special session of the Florida legislature. We needed to make sure that in the state of Florida, we're not a sanctuary state, but we want to be part of the solution. We're not just going to sit on our hands. Because of that legislative push that I made, we are the only state in the country that requires all state and local law enforcement agencies to participate with DHS on immigration enforcement and removal operations. And that's made a huge difference. We've now set the standard. Other states are now following suit, not just on the detention and processing, like got a lot of news with Alligator Alcatraz, but so many other things that we're doing. And the Florida Highway Patrol has really been a huge part of that effort. I believe they were the first agency in the entire country to execute a 287G agreement with the Department of Homeland Security. It's a bureaucratic term that basically the federal government is blessing these state and local law enforcement officers with the ability to participate in immigration enforcement. So under Biden, if our highway patrol pulled over someone who was here illegally driving drunk, whatever they did in the criminal system here, they could do. But if they wanted to transport for a deportation, they weren't allowed to do that. ICE wouldn't recognize it. Well, now, with these agreements, they can do that. They can be part of the solution. So we're really glad that we were able to do that. And so we've really led the way on all of that stuff. We have done a lot of different operations over these many months now, and we've had a tremendous amount of success.